So I watched Thor Love and Thunder over the weekend and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was that bad. I think the good thing about this movie, I went in with not a lot of hype. You know, like Spider-Man, there was so much hype around it, and it did a pretty good job. Spider-Man lived up to the hype. But this movie, it just didn't have a lot of hype around it. A lot of people saying it was like the lowest rated Marvel movie. It's not that great. And I think that helped it out in terms of my rating of it, because I wasn't expecting too much. And I went in and I was happy. I didn't think it was that bad. It's not the Thor that a lot of people wanted, but, you know, it's a bit of a love story, which is a little bit different for Thor. He's not just going around killing the big bad. He does do that in this movie, but there's also another subplot. And yeah, it was quite good. I really enjoyed it. What this movie did well, or what Taika did well, was it took the piss a bit. It made fun of Thor as a character and kind of made fun of the Marvel movies a bit too. At the very start, Korg is narrating and telling these kids the story of Thor and everything that's happened to Thor. And there's a lot that has happened to Thor. Loki's died like 3 times. He's lost Asgard, his home, that's been destroyed. He's lost half his people because of the home being destroyed. Then Thanos showed up on his ship and he killed half the Asgardians again. And then Thanos snapped his fingers and probably killed another half of the Asgardians. And then in this movie, all these monsters rock up and they probably killed maybe another 10, 1,500 Asgardians. So there's probably like 4 Asgardians left. It's probably him, Valkyrie, and then Korg, or maybe Meek, I guess. And they're not even Asgardians, they're just like honorary Asgardians. So he's literally by himself. He has no one left. Heimdall's dead. His mother died. His father's dead. Like he's a sad person. He's lost so much. And Taika takes the piss out of this because it's so ridiculous how much Thor's lost. Like, how is he even, like, emotionally stable to do anything? He's lost so much. So in this movie, they focus on what love means and what can he gain, what can he chase, what can he hold on to. And, of course, that brings back Jane Foster. And it's nice. It was nice seeing them back together. I thought Natalie Portman was pretty good. What I really enjoyed about this, though, was the jokes with the old hammer. I thought they were really funny and well done. Like him trying to get Mjolnir back and then Stormbreaker getting jealous. I thought that was really, really funny. They also handled Valkyrie's sexuality really well. It was sort of like a throwaway scene and it wasn't forced. It was done very naturally. So that was really nice to see. Like, normalized it by not throwing it in your face, making it like, oh, whatever, she's bisexual or she's gay or whatever she is. It's whatever. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter, which was really, really well done, I thought. Christian Bale's performance is hands down the best part about this movie. It's unreal. It's so good. It's so nuanced. He's creepy. He's scary. There was moments where I was genuinely afraid of him. He just did a really good job at portraying a man that was being manipulated by this necromancing sword, but also just showing true loss. There was a lot of depth to his character. You could see he truly hated the gods and what they stood for. And you kind of agree with him. The gods are dogs. Sadly, it's not as good as Ragnarok. I do agree with the critics when they say that, but Ragnarok's like one of the best Marvel movies ever. You know what I mean? Like, you're comparing Godfather to, I don't even know, some shit movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even comparable. Taika knew that. That's why he was like, I got to change it up. And he made it Thor Love and Thunder, so he included a love story and took Thor on a different path than we normally see. He's not just going around killing the big bad and saving the day, which he does do in this movie, but it's not the main focus of this story. He's finding love again, and which is good because Thor he needs it. Like, he's been down the dumps because he's just been getting beaten by everything. He's lost so much, so it's good to see him gain at the end of this movie instead of losing something. What I didn't like about it was I just wish one of the gods would help him out. You know what I mean? Like, he goes to see Russell Crowe, Zeus, and no one helps him. He gives this big speech, Gore, he's coming to kill all the gods, no one's safe, please. And Zeus being like, nah, we're all good in here, which is fair enough. Like, he thinks he's alright, he wants to help his people, I get that. But surely one person in the crowd was like, damn, I kind of don't want to die. What if Zeus is wrong? Like, surely someone can see through Zeus's bullshit. I just think it would have been interesting to introduce another god, but like a joking god, like god of love, and he's like just super sexual, or god of, I don't know, wood, and he's just really hopeless, or like, you know what I mean? Like god of god of chairs, and he just keeps building chairs. I don't know, like just some silly character, and I feel like Taika would do it so well. It just felt like no one cared as much as Thor did, you know what I mean? No, all these gods were just terrible, and Thor was the only good god left. Which is probably true in the world, I guess, but it would have been nice to see just another character be introduced for Korg to bounce off with, you know, and it might have been funny. It would have been like cool interactions, I think. The sad thing is I probably wouldn't go see this movie again. I've seen it once, and I'm just giving you like my first thoughts on it. I don't think I'd see it again. Like, I saw Ragnarok twice in the theaters, I think, and I don't think I'd go watch this one again. It just doesn't have like a rewatchability, if that makes sense. It just feels like I've got everything I want from it in the first watch. I'll probably rewatch it when it comes out on Disney Plus or whatever, but I probably won't rewatch it again in the theaters. Yeah. So I give Thor Love and Thunder, or Thor Ragnarok 2, a 6.5 out of 10. It's a solid movie. Like, it's nothing special. I'm not like blown away. It pushes Thor's story a little bit further. I'm excited to see what they do in the next Thor. I think maybe 5 Thor movies is enough. Just going off this movie, I feel like it probably should end soon. Thor's character should end. And yeah, I just think it's a solid movie. It's not as bad as what people are saying it is. I think people are just disappointed because I was so excited for it. I think the hype beast kind of destroyed it a little bit. But yeah, 6.5 out of 10. That's my opinion on it. Comment below all your opinions. I'm sure they're going to be really constructive and not attacking at all. Yeah, I'll see you on the next review.